Well, Iran's close ally, Russia, has condemned the U.S. attacks as irresponsible. Russian President Vladimir Putin has been holding talks in Moscow with the Iranian foreign minister, as we mentioned a short while ago. Putin told Abbas Araghchi that aggression against Iran was groundless. Although Russia has said it stands ready to assist its ally, it has not yet offered Iran military help. Yuri Rishetto is in Riga for us. We've been reporting on Russia from there ever since Moscow kicked DW out of Russia. Yuri, what help could Russia offer Iran?
I think Russia can offer all possible help apart from military assistance. There has been an agreement on strategic cooperation between Moscow and Tehran for 6 months already, but and this is crucial, Terry, this cooperation doesn't include military support. Yes, Iran supplied Russia with its drones, especially in the past, at the very beginning of the war in Ukraine. But Russia is now producing its own version of Iranian drones, but that's all. Instead, Russia's support could be in other areas. For example, cooperation between the intelligence services or mediation between Iran, Israel and the USA. And also Russia has economic interests in Iran. Russia is building nuclear power plants there. Moscow has offered to store uranium from the Iranian nuclear program in Russia. This idea is intended at least to calm the situation.
Now, Moscow has tried to maintain ties with not only Iran, but also Israel and even to some degree the U.S. Could the Kremlin, Yuri, perhaps see itself as a possible mediator in this war?
Well, yes, Russia not only has good relations with Iran, strategic partnership, as I said, but also traditionally very strong relations with Iran's #1 enemy, Israel. We should bear in mind that there are many more Russian-born and Russian-speaking people living in Israel than in Iran. At the same time, Terry, with Trump coming to power, Putin is in the process of, let's say, improving Russia's relations with the USA. So in theory, yes, Russia would be an excellent mediator. But I think only in theory, because Russia hasn't shown itself to be particularly reliable in the region recently. 6 months ago, we remember Putin didn't help his ally Assad in Syria. Moscow also didn't help its ally Armenia in the war against Azerbaijan over Nagorno-Karabakh. And Armenia, in turn, has very good relations with Iran. So I think that Russia's influence in the region has diminished significantly, and therefore Russia's role as a mediator is actually not very great.
Russia is dependent on oil exports, Yuri, to keep its economy going. Are there signs that the Kremlin is worried about the impact that this war could have on its vital oil exports?
Well, yes, signs are there. We know that Putin spoke today earlier to Iraqi Prime Minister al-Sudani on the phone. Both Russia and Iraq are among the largest oil producers in the world. Both have expressed concern about possible turbulence on the world oil market following the war in the Middle East. However, I think that if the oil price were to rise significantly, Russia would only benefit because Russia earns most of its money from oil and finance its war against Ukraine with this money.
Yuri, thank you. That was our correspondent, Yuri Rishetto, in the Latvian capital, Riga.